Just where and how this ancient ceremony of rush-bearing began, we may never know. What is certain, though, is that a custom stretching back down the centuries is very much alive today. Because here in Ambleside, the rush-bearing festivals, with their links between the seasons, the natural world and the church, are just as much an annual event as Easter and Christmas and harvest time. These days, the original purpose of the rushes has long gone, more of that in a moment. But the beauty and simplicity of nature is still at the heart of the ceremonies, in perfect harmony with the colourful costumes of the hundreds of children who take part. Rushes grow in abundance in the waters and tarns of the Lake District, and as the day of rush-bearing approaches, local people go out as they have done for centuries to harvest the rushes and bring them ashore. Nowadays, the rushes they collect are used for decoration, but in years gone by, the annual task of rush gathering had a very practical purpose. Because in the days when buildings only had earthen floors, what better way to provide a warm and comfortable carpet than by making use of what nature had to offer? In Ambleside, as well as decorating rushes, they use local moss to transform simple wooden structures, ready to be adorned with grasses and flowers to take part in the rush-bearing procession. The structures, which are called bearings, have a special religious significance. The world, the cross, the harp of David, the crown, even the churchwarden's staves are decorated. And all this activity takes place just a couple of days before the ceremony itself, and it's a cheerful affair. People get together to moss their bearings, remembering past rush-bearing festivals and looking ahead to this year's event. And once the procession is underway, it's the perfect opportunity to show off the rushes and bearings painstakingly decorated in the run-up to the event. Here in Ambleside, the perfect backdrop as the procession winds its way up from the parish church and towards the centre of town. And over the years, it's attracted even royal attention. The history books tell us that in 1923, no less than Queen Wilhelmina of the Netherlands and her daughter, Princess Juliana, joined in the celebrations. They were staying at the nearby Rydal Hall at the time, and known as the Countess van Buren and her daughter. Who knows what they might have made of today's ceremony? Here too, rush-bearing has links with the Lake District poets. One of William Wordsworth's nieces, who was known affectionately as Middle Dolly, played a significant part in the proceedings all those years ago. She invited the rush-bearers to her garden at Scale Howe to prepare Ambleside's particular brand of bearings, the mossed emblems of the world, the crown, the harp, the crosses and the staves. Then, as now, those emblems were carried high among the smaller rushes of the children as the procession made its way through the town. The procession will end eventually where it began at the parish church of St Mary. But the climax of the day's proceedings is when the marchers reach Ambleside's Market Square. It's here that they sing the Rushbearing hymn, written by Owen Lloyd, a curate at St Anne's Chapel of Ease in 1835.